These are my tips. If hey guys, oh wow, yeah. Hey guys, this is Nina, and this video is nothing but some tips which I would like to give to some musicians who are planning to release music in the coming next years, or if they're gonna release an album first. I'm not gonna yap, okay? I follow me if you like. First, sometimes you have a gut feeling, and sometimes you have a mind thinking that which track should go in the album or not. Some, I'll say, usually people say that follow your gut feeling and you'll be fine. But one thing to remember is that even if you're following your gut feeling, sometimes just change the lyrics of the song, because if you're gonna make it too personal, it might receive some backlash, criticism, which might just ruin your whole career, especially misogynistic comments or just basic comments on sexist comments, racist comments, all that. Because while we are writing, we don't really realize how the other party will consider it, especially for an independent artist. So one good way to check all this is to make another friend of yours, or like producer or whoever you're working with, to just sit and listen to what your lyrics are and what the tune is and what the environment is. Because if the joke didn't deliver right, your career might end and you might end up in a courtroom. It really happens. The second is, um, I feel like thinking about making an album sometimes can give you a very good adrenaline rush for you to make songs. One of the ways which I force myself to get out of art block is I give myself a date and I tell myself, oh, I'm gonna release this many tracks, so I'm gonna make this many tracks. And building or making an album is not just making tracks, it's about the creative process, about lyric videos, music videos, everything, and it's very fun. Genuinely, it's very fun. So when we are talking about that, I feel like sometimes when artists are stuck, they're like, oh, I am not gonna be able to make any more music. One good way to get out of it is to just give yourself a task that, oh, I'm gonna release it, and just for the sake of it, you sit and write, and it does wonders. And it does wonders. It has done wonders for me. It might do for you. Third, you don't need to have a whole ass production team behind you working all day and night for to release an album. Sometimes people get too tensed and they are just forcing themselves to make a song. I feel like if you're independent artist, the independent part should be fun and should not give you some sort of pressure or regret. So even if you're working your ass off, which you should, just keep in your mind that it's fine. Even if, just make it and then make it perfect. It's not necessary that you need to make it perfect from the beginning. Don't. Fourth, don't spend a lot of money on photo shoots and all. I personally love having a Polaroid photos or some random ass photos as my album cover. I just choose the vibe. I don't spend a lot of money on that, because essentially people are not gonna be able to see. And personally, I like having your face as an artist. Well, but it's your choice, completely your choice. Six, never ever stop being experimental. I'm telling you, experiment 1,000 times. And even if you are stuck to one genre and you like that genre, there are still ways to experiment. You might start from the chorus in the beginning. You might start with the vibrate of Alfonso, I don't know, falsetto, and whatever. So yeah, just experiment. You can experiment different languages, or if you are multilingual, do that. Seven, one more way of finding inspiration is to, I have done that a lot. If you want to, you can. Go on YouTube or any social media platform and search any famous artist creative process, because the way they make albums and the way they describe it, and you're really able to see how the song is coming in action, and that really sets the flow, and it's just inspiration. It will give you the kind of Josh which you want essentially when you are making an album. Never always hope, we always excited. And I feel like even if a track is trash, if you the public thinks it's trash, still release it, because many a times the audience just sleeps on music, and that song which you are like, oh, it didn't gather any attention, traction will gain a lot of it in the next 10 to 15 years, and you'll be like, wow, people are dumb. So yeah, these are all my suggestions. I don't have any more. Just have fun. Genuinely have fun. Bye. Signing out. Nana.